Well, meanwhile, a top Republican lawmaker is urging Americans to protest what's being called by some backdoor gun control. Senator Rand Paul says gun rights supporters should flood the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Agency with phone calls and emails. That's over that proposed ban on a certain type of bullets. Katie Pavlich is news editor for townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Marianne Marsh, a former senior advisor to Secretary of State John Kerry, both join us now. Katie, let me start with you. This has to do with a certain type of ammunition for automatic rifles that they say can pierce bulletproof vests. And, of course, the worry is that police could be targeted. Why shouldn't the bullets be kept from the bad guys?
Well, Eric, I do have to correct you there. They are not automatic rifles. We don't have automatic rifles in this country unless you have a very special ATF permit. So they're semi-automatic AR-15 rifles, which is what they're referring to. But they're saying that because this ammunition can now fit into an AR-15 pistol or handgun, that it needs to be banned. But the fact is that the Obama administration has proposed this ban under the guise of law enforcement safety when there is no evidence to show that this type of ammunition poses a special threat to law enforcement. In fact, the head of the Fraternal Order of Police last week came out and said that the ban was unnecessary and that there's no historical reference to why this ban should be put in place. This is about the Obama administration going around Congress, going around the rights of the American people to implement a ban on ammunition that goes into America's most popular rifle, which the administration has been trying to ban for years.
Marianne,
that's what this is about.
Is the administration doing that?
No, of course not. This is just Rand Paul proving to everybody he'd rather be president of the United States than protect police officers. And he's using a cynical ploy to try to enlist Republicans who turned their back on the school children slaughtered in Newtown and did nothing about gun control to get them to now turn their backs on police officers as well. And the day the Republican Party turns their backs on police officers is the day they will continue to lose the White House. That's what this is all really about.
All right,
Period.
Katie, calm down. I mean, you're getting pretty upset over there.
This is, okay, first of all, this is not a partisan issue, as Marianne says. More than 200 lawmakers, both Democrats and Republicans in the House of Representatives, have signed a letter directly to ATF saying this ban is ridiculous. The Senate is also working on a bipartisan letter saying the same exact thing. And if we want to talk about who actually stands up for police officers, Barack Obama appointed a cop killer advocate last year to head up the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. So if we want to talk about who's on the side of cops here, I'm happy to have that conversation, but really, this is about the Second Amendment rights of Americans, and the Obama administration going around Congress to get this ban through, and there's no evidence to show that it should go through.
The president says he believes in America's right to bear arms. The president says he's not taking anybody's gun away.
All of the evidence is to the contrary when it comes to Barack Obama's history of what he voted for when he was in Illinois, what he has proposed, what the Obama administration has done through ATF to turn law-abiding citizens into criminals based on their own political aspirations for gun control.
All right, Marianne,
Barack
what about
Obama
that?
is the most anti-gun president in the history of the United States.
Here are the two big flaws, and here are the two big flaws in Katie's arguments. There are 168 other bullets you can use in this gun, and they want the one bullet that can go through a police officer's bulletproof vest, a cop killer. And when she says historical, that means a cop hasn't been killed by this bullet yet. So why not make sure cops don't get killed by this bullet? You have 168 other bullets that will go into this gun. Why not put the one that will kill them, because it will definitely go through their bulletproof vest, off the market? Really, I mean, if you turn your back on that, that's just common sense. And if you don't do that, that is an assault on every police officer in this country and an assault on common sense.
Well, Katie, what about that? What about just banning this one type of green tip bullet, if that is the case, if it poses any threat at all, any threat to our police officers?
First of all, it's ammunition, it's not bullet. Second of all, if you ban this type of center fire rifle ammunition, you can ban all different types of center fire ammunition. And by the way, I want to go back to the first point that I made, and that the Fraternal Order of Police president came out last week and said this ban is unnecessary and it's not something that they've called for law enforcement. This is about the Obama administration justifying a ban on a popular piece of ammunition that is used by Americans in a rifle that the president does not like and was tried to ban.
All right, Marianne,
this is about gun control through ammunition banning.
The fact that Katie doesn't want to use the word bullet tells you everything. She'd rather have that nice amorphic semantical difference of ammunition.
It's a factual statement.
This
There's
is
a difference between ammunition and a bullet, Marianne. There's a huge difference.
This is a bullet that will go through bulletproof vest.
Okay,
and will
bottom
kill
line, last word.
period.
Marianne and Katie, what's going to happen? Marianne, you first. What do you think will happen?
I think it's Well, the Republicans control Congress. The Republicans were able to stop gun control after all those children were slaughtered in Newtown. They didn't even do anything to support their colleague, Gabby Gifford, who was shot as well. So I have no doubt they will probably be successful, but they'll pay the price in 2016 because average Americans don't think cops should be put in harm's way in this way.
All right, Katie.
And neither does the Fraternal Order of Police president, who has said this ban is not necessary. This is about gun control. This is about trampling on the Second Amendment rights of American citizens, and this is about the Obama administration doing it again by executive fiat instead of going to Congress as they're supposed to and getting this done in a lawful manner.
Right,
this is not necessary.
You're going to Congress.
You're
going to Congress. You're going to Congress, and this is common sense.
All right,
and
there's the argument.
It's not common sense. It's an affront to Second Amendment rights everywhere.
You decide. Thank you.